Hey guys, welcome to Rump Chess Rating Climb episode 20. So a bit of a milestone for me, 20 episodes, or it's about to be 20 episodes. Uh, it's been nearly 4 months since I recorded and published the first episode, and I have made a bit of a progress on this chess rating climb journey. When I published episode one, I was sitting at an elo of 468. My last game was a win, and it took me for the first time up over 600 elos. So I'm now sitting at a 604. So I have made a bit of progress. Uh, have a long way to go, but I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied. I'm making incremental progress, and I'm having a lot of fun. And as far as the channel goes, I now have 22 subscribers, and I appreciate everyone. Looks like I've had 204 views in the past 28 days. So people are engaging and watching the channel, and I really appreciate that. Um, and as far as my developing my chess skills go, looking back on some of my previous games, it's been pointed out to me that one bad habit that I have, is that I tend to attack my opponent without really considering how my opponent will respond. So I just make attacking moves. I really don't know where my opponent's going to go always, or if they're going to counterattack. I just kind of have a tendency to just go for it. So this game, I've been given a mandate. Let's call it. I don't know any other way to put it. I've been given a mandate by my chess coach to calculate how my opponent is going to respond before I make any attacking move, and not only to calculate, but to verbalize how my opponent is going to respond. So that's one of my goals and my objectives this game. So let's jump right in here. Once again, I'll be playing a 15-10 rapid. So let's hit the start, and it looks like I'll be playing as white. And just to change things up, I usually open with e4, but this time I'm going to open with d4. I've never played a d4 opening before, so we'll see how this goes. It could be ugly, it could be successful. Maybe I'll find something new that I like here. So I'm just putting support on this pawn. So now the pawn has two defenders. Just trying to control the center here. And so right off the bat, black pushes this bishop down. It's not really a pin. They could take here. I'll end up taking back. But you know what? I'm just going to kick this bishop away, and they do take, which I don't mind that so bad. I'm going to take back here. I have double my pawns on this side. So let's push here. And I just realized that I broke my mandate. I didn't verbalize how my opponent was going to respond with this bishop down here. So black is attacking here. I have 1, 2 defenders, counting the queen. So I would like to relocate this knight over to here, which would block this queen as a defender. So I'm going to go ahead and push my pawn here. So now black is pushing their attack. If you look at this pawn chain, they're pushing their attack over toward the king side. And I do have this open file right here, which would be a nice place to push this to relocate this rook here. So let's see here. So black is pushing this central pawn. If I take here, then my pawns are going to be doubled in front of the king. I could actually relocate to here. And challenge this pawn, put pressure on this pawn. I could also move my, I don't really want to move my light square bishop. I kind of like where it, like where it is. And I want to develop my knight anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the knight there. Now if white does take, I can take back with the queen, and then my queen is developed. And my position will be looking pretty good, I believe. I'm just looking at my opponent here. I'm playing another player from India. They are a 687. Now, so black pushes the D pawn to here, which is supported by the knight and the queen. I would like to actually relocate my bishop to here. So if I take, black takes back, then they could take, I take, and I'm controlling the center, and black's position is just completely open over here. So I think I like that take. So let's go ahead and take here. And like I say, black can either take back or take. I do have a yeah, so they take back with the pawn. But I don't want to take here. Because that move is not supported. Let's go ahead and I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and bring the light square bishop out and put another attacker on that pawn. I like that. This this dark square bishop is also is also restricted right now. So they bring out the queen. So let's think about this for a minute. So they're bringing out the queen to add, an attacker here. If I take with, hang on, what if I put the queen here, put another attacker on a pawn, yeah, let's do that. Let's put the queen to here. So black has now formed this battery with the queen and bishop that I really have to watch out for. And they bring their knight out, putting pressure here, which also blocks this diagonal. So I want to take this pawn. The question is, do I take with the... Oh, and okay, let's think about this for a minute. So the queen is lined up. The queen is lined up in front of the king, right? So if I take with a knight, black takes back. I can actually take with the queen and force a queen trade, or I can take with the bishop. Let's see. So let's actually take here. So now I have two defenders on the knight and two attackers on the knight. So white does take, or black does take. So if I take back, if I take here, then black can't take back because they'll lose the queen. This pawn is defended by the rook. So let's take here. I could also okay, so black is putting their queen there. Putting the queen there, so let's think about this for a minute. They can't move there, they can't move there, they can't move there. So there's really nowhere that the queen can go on this file. I want to be thinking about castling my king to safety. So so let's go ahead and push the bishop to here. To prepare to castle over here to to connect my rooks. Okay. So if I castle, black could actually take here. So, but my rook will be supported. And they're attacked here. This pawn is hanging, so they do decide to take there. So I could take here. With a check to the king, and black will take back. Their pawns will be doubled here. So let's take. Takes back. I do have a check. If I check here with the queen, I'm also defending this backward pawn. Black will either have to move the king or relocate the dark square bishop here. Oh, they abandoned. So interesting. Well, let's go ahead and do a game review. I'm not sure why they abandoned. Looked like a pretty even game up to that point, but let's do a game review. So looking at the game review, looked like it was a pretty even game up to the point where my opponent abandoned. I was winning. I played with an accuracy of 79.9, which is pretty good for me. I'll take that every time. My opponent played with an accuracy rating of 71.3, game rating 1300 to 1000. Looks like my opponent was outplaying me in the middle game. I did have a miss and one inaccuracy. So let's jump in. Let's jump in and take a look at this. And as I said when the game started, I'm not a D4 player. I always open with E4 when I have white. And my goal here was to play a system called the Kali system. Wasn't able to quite develop that because of how my opponent responded. So there they go with D6. perhaps they have intentions of like doing like a King's Indian setup, or I'm not really sure what they're wanting to do here. So this is the second move of the collie system, and basically what I'm wanting to do is like build a pawn chain here, put my light square bishop to here, put this knight to here, and then castle, and then relocate the rook to the e file. So that's basically the collie system. So what my opponent does is they go ahead and bring this this bishop down, and I kicked it away, and I actually thought about just continuing with the development. So I don't think there would have been really anything terribly wrong with pushing this pawn here, except that it would have pinned this knight, just to kind of like show you what it would look like. I could have pushed the pawn to here, or I could have pushed to here. If I pushed to here, then I'm pinned here. But if black were to take, I just take back with the queen, and that just helps me develop. So I could have gone either way there, but I chose to kick the pawn away. And again, first time I've played this this d4 opening, the Stockfish is wanting me to push this e pawn and just basically just take control of the center, and I chose not to do that. I'm just playing around with it at this point. So I decided to kick the bishop away, but they didn't go away. They decided to trade right off the bat. I take back here, and my idea was, even though I have to double my pawns, I can relocate my rook to this nice open file here, and everything's looking good. And then I go ahead and continue trying to set up this this pawn chain. There's an inaccuracy by my opponent. So yeah, the suggested move was putting the knight, this other knight, on d7 here. That way these knights would be supporting each other. Instead, they decided to push the pawn, and I did consider taking back here, which actually that's probably what I should have done. So yeah, I didn't really see that in the game, but if I had taken back here, I would be kicking this knight away, and then if black had taken back, then I could take the queen, and black has to take back, and then now they've lost their castling rights. So I didn't really see that in the game, but yeah, I should have just taken there. That should have just been a snap take right there. So that's why this c3 move was an inaccuracy, because of the exchange that I just reviewed there. So that's a miss on my part. So another mistake by my opponent. So I didn't take here because I knew that this pawn, or this square, this e4 square, is not defended by any of my other pieces. So I just felt like I needed to develop there. I didn't really feel like there was any rush to to take, and if black does take there, I could take back with my queen, develop my queen, and I'm still ahead in development at that point. So instead, I chose to put another attacker there, and that move did get a check mark. And then black pushes again to support here is their idea. And then I take, which was the best move. Black takes back. And then again, probably not the best move. I could have put the queen here, or bishop, either one. Both light square diagonals are pointing at this pawn. So flip a coin, right? So now my bishop is developed. So basically black just helped me develop a piece there. Looking at the setup at this point, I'm actually up 2.3 on the eval bar. So I'm positionally ahead in the game, even though I don't have all my pieces developed. I am preparing to castle. My queen is on these open diagonals here. My bishop is on this nice long diagonal here. My rook could easily move to here and be on an open file. The only issue that I really see that I have is this dark square bishop is completely restricted here, so it's inactive. It can't move at all. And black attacks with the queen, or defends with the queen, so they're defending here. So now at this point, I'm thinking, okay, is there some way I can pin this queen to the king? So that's kind of my idea of putting the queen on this diagonal. It's just to put more pressure on this pawn. So I take, black takes back. And you know, I did consider taking with the queen here, which essentially would have more or less forced a queen trade. Let's see what that would have looked like. So if I took with the queen here, actually, it's not forcing a queen trade. So Stockfish says the best move at this point would be for black to castle. And then I'm not really sure what my follow-up would be from there. But even here, I've got a pretty strong position with this centralized pawn chain. My queen is active out here and supported by the bishop. Eventually I'm going to get this dark square bishop on an open diagonal somewhere, and I could castle either side. So let's go back to the game review. So nevertheless, I take with the bishop instead. And then that does give black a slight advantage because of this this backwards pawn here, which is currently supported by the king. But I'm wanting to castle at this point, so there's a move that I didn't see in the game. So yeah, I could have actually pushed here, and if I had done that, the queen would have to retreat somewhere because this pawn is supported by the rook here. But instead, my idea is to castle and get these rooks connected. Oh, okay, I do want to take a look at this. So Stockfish is saying that I can pick up a free queen. Okay, I got to see this. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see this in the game. Shame on me. Look, black just turned her queen, and instead I castled. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going to hear it. I'm going to hear it bad for this. My gosh, people. That's horrible. That's just so horrible. What was I thinking? Oh, it's just, that should just be a snap take right there. If I had taken there, I mean, the game is over. Oh, shame on me. Shame, shame, shame on me. Oh goodness. So black takes. Oh, I'm going to be having nightmares about that. And then and then I resign. Okay, so I did pick up the win there, but my gosh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that I didn't take that queen. Oh well. Live and learn, right? Or in my case, live a long time and never learn. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you real soon for another episode. Bye for now, guys.